the roof is on fire. The roof is on fire. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the mother burn, mother burn.
Hi guys, welcome along. This is Rival Kingdoms. You're watching Mickus, and today we're going to go into the event that is just about to happen and probably will have started by the time this video is updated and uploaded to YouTube. So I do apologize for that. Been a very busy day for me, and this is the only time I've been able to get on. So we're going to talk about the event. We're going to also include other updates and also the glitches that have been happening of recent, and of course thoughts of people around in global and also people in my kingdom, and of course my thoughts too, as an overall summary of the problems that has been occurring with Rival Kingdoms as of late. But let's start off with the event, and let's go through all the stuff. So I'll scroll down to the bottom to the start. Now the event currency will be pure flames, and of course there will be an ancient, which is Rabinovich, I believe his name is, and he is a fire ancient. Now if I go through his abilities just quickly, his first ability is Summon Vassal, and basically that summons one vassal, which will be a kind of troop, and it will also boost nearby troops' damage by 25% and convert nearby soldiers to their cause. So in other words, whatever they're attacking, the soldiers will attack too. Okay, so the second spell is Manipulate, and this is kind of like Kestra's ability to confuse, or Zilla's confuse, poison, confuse, I forgot what it's called, but Zilla's spell tower ability, and that basically turns a defense to target its own defenses, pretty much, so it'll attack itself, obviously not its own building, but other buildings with it. Also, it will also do double damage. Now the third ability is for 15 mana, and that is the Sleeping Flame, and that will damage all buildings in an area that you set it in, and if a building falls, I should say, within the set time, it will summon a fire elemental. So basically, if you take down 5 buildings with this spell, then you will get 5 elementals spawn onto the field at one time. So that can be a very powerful move, and it does show that Rabinovich is going to be a very powerful ancient, and one to try and upgrade. Okay, so let's go through the event prizes and all the event information. So there is no requirements for this. You can be at any level, I do believe. I would probably say that it's level 4 stronghold in order to enter. That tends to be the normal, but I could be wrong. I do know that the kingdom events tend to be level 6 and the individual tend to be level 4, so should be okay. It starts at 11 AM UTC time, which is the Greenwich time, so England time, and that's on April the 29th, so only less than an hour, and it will finish on the 2nd of May at the exact same time. Now this is an individual event and there is no leaderboard, and as I mentioned before, it has the currency of pure flames. So this one here, the multiplayer, and of course the arena. If you win an attack in one of them, you will get 9 points, 9 pure flames. If you use Ania or Daji, if you have one of those two, you will also score another 9 points if you're using them. Unfortunately, I don't have either, so I'll be stuck with only winning 9 points at a time. Now, in order to claim all of the prizes without any boosts and without Daji or Ania, you will need a whopping 512 wins, and if you do have Ania or Daji, you'll have to do 256 Battlestone wins, which is quite a lot. Now, if you don't have any Battlestone saves, you're going to be using gems, because it takes roughly 3 days. You will get 216 Battlestones. So I'm kind of disappointed because it seems that Space Ape are a little bit money hungry with this event. The cost of the prizes is absolutely ridiculous, and the ancients, but I'll get into that in just a moment. Okay, so let's go back and let's go into the event area as I go in. There we go. So also you will get points for boosts. Now you'll receive for any fire boosts, which are Warmth, Seer, and Inner Fire, and also Fire Elementals, you'll receive bonus points. For a superior boost, you'll receive 6 points on top of your player versus player or arena win. And for rare, you'll receive 9 points, and for epic, you'll receive 12 points. Now the other one is the Flame Wisps that you could have got in the last event, and if you use a superior Flame Wisp, you'll get 12 points. For a rare, you'll get 24 points. For an epic, 36 points, and for a legendary, you'll get a whopping 48 points. Now nothing was said on the Flame Wisps in the last event, so I'm very disappointed the lack of information that Space Ape have portrayed across, but I will go back over that in just a moment. Okay, so let's go down to the bottom and let's go through the prizes. So the first prize is at 230 pure flames, and that is 10 mithril shards. The second one is at 460 pure flames. You'll get 2,500 pure fire primus. An Inferno chest at 690. You'll get 10 crystals at 920 pure flames. And then Rabinovich will be at 1,150 pure flames. So that is the first milestone, and I would even recommend going for that next prize, which is another 10 crystals. Now 10 crystals is not much, but when you add it up, you can make ascension tools from your lab, which I'll go through in just a moment, so they are very important. Okay, so moving on, Inferno chest number 2 will be available at 1,610, and then you'll get another 20 mithril shards at 1,840. At 2,070 pure flames, you will get 5,000 pure fire primus, 3 battle stones at 2,300 pure flames, and then at 2,400 you'll get 30 mithril shards. Moving on, 2,600 pure flames will give you 10,000 fire primus, 3,000 pure flames will give you 40 mithril shards, 5 battle stones at 3,600 pure flames, and the big one is the Infernal Ritual Chalice, which will ascend him to rare, and then a second one will ascend him to epic. Now, I believe that they will release another one in the following week, which will be a kingdom event, and you'll be able to even get him up to legendary. So moving on, let's go to the other stuff, and we're going to switch over to the alchemy workshop. So there are some brand new boosts and recipes. Now, if we go into the boosts, you'll have these ones here. Now, I did mention some glitches, which we'll go through in just a moment, but you'll be able to get epic Death Knights, fire elementals, ice elementals, lightning elementals, and nature elementals. You'll be able to craft. Now, if you haven't already noticed the glitch, I will go through it in just a moment. Now, as for mithril, there is one more mithril available now, and of course I started upgrading it, then I realized the amount of time it takes, and yeah, I sort of wasn't happy because I started it and it's going to be the whole event pretty much. And in fact, it's going to be the whole event that it's going to take to do that, so not happy with that. You should have a cancel button. Now, in the unique recipes, you've got Lupita, of course, which costs 150 crystals if you haven't made her. I already have her, so I don't know why I have the option, but yeah, they should actually take that away. The sword for Alondra, and the new one is the snake anklet, which is there to stay, and that is for Dudgy, to move her up to, I do believe, epic, as she is, I'm not sure, I don't have her, so she could be superior going to rare, but I believe she's rare, and she'll go to epic. So you can only make one of them, and you need 5 elementals for that, and 90 crystals. The scale is for Emberclaw, moving her up to epic, full moon pendants for Lupita, and of course the Sleeping Flame sigil. Now this, believe it or not, used to say consume to increase the rarity of Solric, Ania, or Rabinovich. Increased one more step to a maximum of epic. However, they later changed it, so this is a big disappointment, as we were led to believe that fire elementals would allow us to upgrade Rabinovich to a high level, and so my kingdom decided to just go non-stop on these little guys, and now I have, if we have a look, 22 of them, which is an absolutely insane amount of boosting last weekend, when I could have been using it on the wisps, so we're pretty disappointed. However, Space Ape has come out and said that you'll be able to use a new recipe, which will be if I can find the information, you'll be able to use the sigil with magma stone to craft the magma stone with a rune, and that will create the magma stone, which is a legendary ascension tool for Rabinovich. Okay, so let's go back and we're going to have a look at the time exclusive recipes, and I'm going to get one in 4 days time, because obviously I can't get. So we have the white eagle crisp, and that will be gone in is it 4 days? So you've got 4 days to produce that. That upgrades Banemore and also Forville up 1 level, and you can have a maximum of 2, and the maximum for them will be at Epic. Next up is the Abandoned Doll, which is for Marionette, and that will upgrade her to Epic. And of course you've got Life Peach, which will upgrade Wukong from Superior to Rare, and then from Rare to Epic, and you can get a maximum of 2 of them. Okay, so let's go back and let's go through the glitches. Now do note that the time exclusive will expire in 4 days as well. Okay, so let's go through the glitches. Now the first glitch is this one just here. Not there. Oh, maybe they fixed it. Oh no, they didn't. Okay, so if you have a look at the Epic Ice Elemental Summon, and if you have a look at the Wardens underneath, the Paladins underneath it, it actually says, drum roll, it says, Epic Ice Elemental Summons. You need to use 4 Epic Ice Elemental Summons to create 1 Epic Ice Elemental Summon. Now, yesterday, that was actually all of them had that. For the lightning, it used to say lightning elemental summon. For nature, well, it still says nature for nature, but that is one small glitch that we've come across. Okay, so the second glitch is the replays. So I'm going to go into the clan chat and I'm going to show you just okay, so this is a perfect example. So I've gone into replay and sorry, replay is no longer available. Now that should not be happening at all. So if you're watching Space Ape, you need to fix the replays, because many of my kingdom mates can't see replays and they can't do the kingdom events, which is a big problem. If we scroll up to like a newer one, replay is no longer available. Now for me, it hasn't been doing that, but if we scroll up, the newest one is working, but an older one isn't working. So you know, that's a big problem. That's a big disappointment. Okay, so looking at thoughts of not just mine, but also as we watch Polymus taking on Elbro, the thoughts of me, my kingdom, and global, many people around the world, they're kind of disappointed with this event. Well, for me, I'm very disappointed. The amount of money that you're going to have to use. Oh, okay. Let's just bear with me. I'm going to show you a replay of mine. That's it, because I would have finished it early. Let's review this. Okay, so yeah, very disappointed. It seems like Space Ape are very money hungry. I don't want to believe it, but it just seems like it. In events, it's pretty hard to. Well, there's a lot of lag here. But yeah, it just seems like they want to make money by the amount of stones you have to use. I mean, 216 over 3 days, that's non-stop raiding. Getting on as soon as you have like 4 stones up and raiding straight away. And then getting back on when you have 4 more stones. That's pretty much what it is. You'll get 216 over 3 days of the event. Of course, you might win some in the arena or in multiplayer. The tournament will give you 5 extra, but overall it's not really, you're going to be losing raids as well, so it's not really beneficial. You're going to have to use at least 1,000 gems just to get through. The other thing is, you've got Anir and Dudgy. I understand Anir making sense because the Flame Sigil, but Dudgy, I don't understand why Dudgy was used for this event. As we just go back to the main screen. Now I'm just going to go into this as well. Yeah, the other one was, I understand Anir as the Flame Sigil, but there's no Rabinovich, which is the really big one. I would have expected at least Rabinovich. Every single event in the past has had their own ancient that you win, has accumulated points in the event as well. But in this case, Rabinovich isn't even doing that, so I'm kind of disappointed. And the other one is Solric. everyone has Solric, so it gives everyone a chance to start practicing with him and try him out again. Because I don't use Solric very often either, and mine's level 40, but no Solric for the bonus points. It's only Dudgy and Ania to get you 9 extra pure flames. So I'm very disappointed about that. Moving on to another complaint, and it's not just me, this is actually a lot of people. They were led to believe in the Emberclaw event that crafting elementals for the sigil would allow you to upgrade Rabinovich. Now there was if you clicked, I showed you just before, it said Ania or Solric. It used to say Rabinovich as well. The flame sigil, the sleeping flame sigil, was originally planned to upgrade Rabinovich. Now it no longer is for Rabinovich, and so we, as a kingdom, especially my kingdom, we have a lot of fire elementals, but we have no purpose for them. Had we known, because I only need 1 flame sigil, I didn't need 2. Had we known, we would have probably done the wisps instead, and that goes to my last complaint, my last thought, is that the wisps, had they been mentioned about that they will have a future role in future events, and maybe bonus points, similar to like the Easter eggs, had been mentioned that they would benefit a future event. Had they been mentioned like that, most people would have been making wisps non-stop, and I know that I would have. But now we're going from 48 points from a legendary wisp to 12 points for an epic, using more firepower and fiery powder and seer boosts. And of course the seer boosts themselves, it just didn't make sense. We wasted so much gold on that event. Some people gemmed them. I know I did. I spent about 3,000 gems just gemming up the fire elementals, just trying to get enough, and then we get this. So we're kind of very disappointed with Space Ape with this update, but there's not much we can do, so unfortunately. Hopefully they can get this, and hopefully they send us a few battle stones or something, make future events more clearer, and send to us YouTubers all the information properly, not just half the information through the game like what we got, or even the VIPs got the same sort of information. They got them earlier, but they got the same information, so very disappointed with that, and hopefully we get better communication in the future. So I'm going to finish with this and a live raid, so let's have a look at Rabinovich's newsfeed. So we've got Rabinovich. So Rabinovich had spent enough time advising the Guardian Council. He had not survived this long and gained this much power without knowing when to move on to the next step. The dragons had arrived and were asking questions about the volcanic cult Rabinovich, once used for his own purposes. The cult that had sent Ania and Solric to war. Thankfully, Rabinovich's manipulations of the council had revealed to him the first part of great power he sought. A young woman on a fiery rampage throughout Astara, revealing in pain and fire. He would tell the council he meant to apprehend her, and then leave before things got too heated. Dudgy's fox spirit and the pain of her victims, these could be harnessed as Solric and Ania once were. Then the next phase of Rabinovich's plan would be complete. So, reading this, I understand Dudgy's involvement, I understand Ania's involvement, but where is Solric? Where is Rabinovich? Come on, Space Ape, add them. They should have been added. And we're going to go to a live raid. Just quickly before we go, in the news feed, you will also find the brand new, these are the, they'll be taken away on the Tuesday. The event ends on the Monday. And of course the Snake Anklet, which is for Dudgy, will be there to stay. So you can get that at any time. And just to leave on one more note of a thought, the amount of crystals, not enough. Space Ape need to add more. In total so far, without buying any, I will get, after this event, a total of 170. And if you look at the prizes there, I think looking at the prizes, let's just quickly see, the scale for Emperor alone is 120. If we look at the time exclusive, 120 for the White Eagle Crystal. So too expensive or add more crystals. Not enough. So I hope to see them in the future Kingdom event. So let's finish off with the raid. So I'm going to leave you there, and we're going to go to a live raid. Thanks for watching. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below, share with your friends, and of course, if you do agree with any of these complaints or glitches, hit the like button and comment down below and like other people's comments, because essentially that's the only way that Space Ape can really see the video. It will get bumped up the list, and Space Ape, when they go searching for Rival Kingdom stuff, this will be one of the first videos they see. But until next time, wherever you are in the world, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Cheers. And let's attack a fellow Smasher. Sorry, Grimblade. He'll probably beat me anyway. Let's see his Looper. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.